welcome back to the channel, fam. Welcome back to the channel. This is Brian, the introverted marketer. It ain't hard to tell, it's simple. Now, you might have seen me do videos on AI music, open beat, sampler, Ace Studio. But today I'm going to do a video on Controlla. And this is really just a follow up to the video I just did on Ace Studio with the vocal sample. This is the tool I actually use to create my voice. So I just wanted to show you it. Let's go ahead and just go to Controlla Voice. Right. So it's a tool I've seen it a lot on YouTube. I didn't really think that I needed it until I needed to come up with a way to kind of train my voice because I don't have a studio or anything like that to do that a studio video. So I figured I would just tap in with the platform and see what they can actually do. You see, you can sing in any language, train your voice once, perform in any language. So that's a beautiful thing on the platform. And we're going to actually test that out. I'm honestly on a monthly plan because, like I said, I was just testing it out. I believe I'm on the basic plan. I might be on the plus plan, actually. The creator plan for $30, it gives you unlimited voice swaps, which I don't really need all that. But it is cool to be able to have your voice sing in different languages and do different things like that. They also, on this platform, you can generate AI music. Now, it's not something that I would do. Not because I don't think the platform is good. We'll test it out with some genres, but because the value in this platform is not generating AI music. It's just an all-in-one platform where you can just generate the music and then you can do the swaps and do everything on the platform. Right? The value for me is the voice, train the studio voice model, which will train my voice. The instant voice clone, generate up to 300 songs. With well, I was reading the creator, so the voice swap for me, right? But before we get into that, I already gotta get into the terms and conditions, right? So it shows you here was the FAQ: transform your voice into ultra realistic AI singing vocals, clone or sample entire choirs with 15 seconds of audio. Who owns it? You own all the outputs. That's what they're saying. How do you train? Right? Singing, rapping, speaking, iPhone memos, studio bedroom vocals, which is why it was pretty cool. I could just do whatever I wanted and it worked out. Who has access to the voice? Only you have access, secure access to your voice model, and it's private as well. So the choir is not something that I did. You can swap your voice to an instrument here, and we'll briefly go over some of the things here that you can do. And of course, you can sing any song and do things like that. But really, I just want to show you the swap feature because this is really just a complimentary video that I'm doing with the Ace Studio, what I use to actually create my vocal. Because Ace Studio, it definitely recommended that you sing instead of just speaking. So I'll go ahead and log in and then we'll get back with you. Sorry about that, fam. So you can see here, I just did some test videos right here. Right, and we could listen to a couple of them just to see what it was doing. I was really just trying to create some vocals. But first, let's get to the terms of use. And you can see here, I already got ChatGPT because I'm using Atlas to help me figure out what the terms of use actually is. So once again, they're going to reiterate who owns the music and the voice. The terms say your voice and any creative inputs and outputs remain secure and free from any infringement. If you train a voice model on your own voice, it's still yours. If you create songs using your voice inside their app, that creative output is yours. They say they will not recreate, sublicense, or distribute your voice. So this is just ChatGPT interpreting it. You can read it here if you like. I often use AI to help me simplify things, to explain it in these videos, and even for me to understand it myself. So your real voice, you own it. AI voice model training your voice, you, according to the terms. Songs you create using your voice, you, according to the terms. Of course, there's software and technology that belongs to them. Don't use celebrity voices, don't use copyright audio, and don't use this service to promote a competing product. So I'm not promoting any product with this review right here. I just saying what I used it for. So that's pretty odd. that they have that in there, but I did use this to use a different service. But in this video, we're gonna be covering Controlla and their specific functions. Can they use your audio data? Yes, but in a limited way. They say they can use audio files and data for development and improvement of utility models. They specify these models do not generate content. Examples they give: noise removal, pitch, and lyric detection. They can use your uploaded audio to improve, but not to recreate your creative voice or resell it. What happens if your account gets terminated? You lose access to your AI voice models. Stored content, you don't get any refunds, so that's one thing to keep in mind. Credits or subscriptions are not funded, so that's something you got to keep in mind. You violate terms, no refund. Account terminated, no refund. You purchase credits, no refund if terminated. Liability if things go wrong, they're not liable for indirect damages, loss of profits, loss of data, business interruption, consequential damages, and the total maximum liability is the amount you paid them in the last 12 months. Warranties or lack thereof, as is and as available. They don't guarantee it works perfectly. They don't guarantee accuracy. They don't guarantee it will be uninterrupted. They do not guarantee it won't have errors. So I asked them about arbitration. So it doesn't say anything about arbitration here, but they do say governing laws in the United States. They say state, insert state. And let me actually confirm that. So governing law, insert state. So little sloppiness right there. And I definitely know that they're just trying to apply this to all states, sort of governing law, right? Even ChatGPT caught it. That's actually incomplete. They didn't even fill in the state. So moving on, if they change the terms, they can modify the terms at any time. If you keep using the service after changes, you automatically agree to new terms. That seems to be the standard with a lot of these corporations. Moving on, intellectual property. Of course, they own all that. Don't reverse engineer. Don't try to extract the source code or copy the system. So, to sum it all up, you own your voice, your creative songs, your trained voice model, as stated. They can use your model to improve their systems, terminate you without refund, and limited liability to what you pay. So those are the terms, and I know they may turn some people off, but hey, when you're using these platforms, you don't want surprises. You want understanding. That's why they do all the marketing and stuff first, and I do the marketing stuff last if I do them at all. Especially when I'm covering a platform. When it's AppSumo or something like that, I feel sometimes I feel more comfortable just going with AppSumo and what they're doing because they have their terms and stuff up front already. But when you cover these platforms directly, you need to cover their terms, in my opinion, so people see what they're getting into. I know everybody's an adult and they should be able to look up things on their own, but on my channel, sometimes I just like to put that out there so you can see for yourself what you're getting into. So here's a song that I did, and let's hear a little bit of it. Internet's a little slow, so I'll let the internet load and then we'll tap back in once it's complete. All right, family, so let's hear our sound. Let's go. Oh, okay. So I thought it was instrumental, but it's just a really long interlude. Let's go. Concrete jungle, crack sidewalks, my canvas. Learn to hustle, learn the quick step, learn to manage. Board dead on is bulletproof glass and a sin of the law. So I believe that is the actual voice swap because we are in the voice swap song. Concrete jungle, crack sidewalks, my canvas. Learn to hustle, learn the quick step, learn to manage. Boy, they on is bulletproof glass and a sin of the law. Steam rising from the grates. The winner's first call. All right, so let's hear the original. Learn the hustle, learn the quick step, learn to manage. Bodega on his bulletproof glass and the scent of a law. Steam rising from the grates, a winner's first call. The 12 bucks packed tight, felt like a whole damn world inside. Every corner held a story, nowhere left to hide. So that was the original vocals. Sound really good, sound really soulful. And basically, I used Controller to do the swap. And I think, in my opinion, does the swaps very well. And when you do the swaps, it give you original, which is your song, your vocals, the instrumental, the vocals from the original song, and then of course you have the song here that you upload. If you upload it from a different platform, which I did, and it goes from there. And then I didn't really split any stems or anything here, so I haven't done any styles. But we have some generated songs here, and this is generated all on Controller. You can see there's new, and we'll play around with it. And it does have, I don't know if it has lyrics, so we do have lyrics. Let's go ahead and play it. And it does have to load, so just give it some time. And once it finishes loading, then we'll tap back in with it. Sorry, I forgot to pause the video. Okay, here we go. Concrete jungle, crack sidewalks, my canvas. Learn the hustle, learn a quick step. Learn to manage bodega on his bulletproof glass and the scent of halal. Steam rising from the grates, winter's first call. That 12 bus packed tight, felt like a whole damn world inside. Every corner held a story, nowhere left to hide. Fire escapes were the front porch, chain link fence the playground. Heard sirens like lullabies, block parties on sacred ground. Kids with dreams bigger than a burrow, seekers on the wire. Every face a lesson learned, fueling in a fire. They say you left and didn't look back, but that ain't the whole truth. This place is in my bones, a rhythm of my youth, and I carry it all. The grit and the grace, the hustle and the hope, etched on my face. I know I was letting the music breathe a little bit, but I was actually enjoying it. But I did a few generations of these because I was trying to create a song to get a vocal sample to, then extract and do what I needed to do. But you can see here, in terms of making the music, is very much capable. You have the option to download a song, you can share the song, you can reuse the actual content here. And if you want to share, they actually give you a link that you can share. You see me, the Introverted Marketer 2025, that is me. And you can share that, and then you can get it, and then people could come listen to your song. So what else do I want to demo for you guys? So I showed you a song that was generated there, but let's actually show you how it looks when you actually use it here. So it costs you about 100 credits, and it gives you 2 different generations. And you can write your own lyrics, or you can put lyrics for yourself. So we'll just go with something random. I feel like, let's go with country. No, wait. Country. And then we'll pull up Pismo. I'll pull up Pismo. If you haven't gotten Pismo, I think it's still on AppSumo. I definitely recommend you pick it up. It's definitely one of my go-tos. So I'm looking for that. for improving prompts on the fly, and also Word Dara. So we got a nice little prompt right there. Country. So we describe with text. We're not going to write any lyrics. We're just going to go ahead and generate it using our improved prompt right here. We're going to go ahead and create now. Or it says we have to put lyrics, which is something. So let's just see. You know what I'm going to pull up. Give me 1 second, family. So you already know the tool. And I always pull out this tool when I'm doing these tests for y'all. And I even use it in my own workflows to come up with lyrics and things like that. Song AI form. It's just a great tool. Allows you to do a lot of customization. And here's what we got going. We're going to go ahead and generate these assets. It's going to go ahead and do its thing. It's going to give us some lyrics for our song. And we have 3,000 characters, right? And it tells you to use brackets like chorus or verse for structure. We'll count the syllables for you. So, I mean, if you don't have any of that to do, you could use a tool like Song AI Form, and there'll be a link in the description below to check them out. I already have my own prompt that I'm going to use, but maybe I'll just use that prompt as well since they came up with it for me. But you know, I'll just use this one right here. So we have our lyrics here. I'm trying to stick with this prompt that Pismo came up with me, even though Song AI Form, it gives you everything. Gives you the style prompt. It gives you lyrics, which you can always customize, you can fix, you can edit. You can edit the prompt. You can see everything is here. I had a whole creative brief that I did. They give you everything you need, YouTube titles, everything here for whatever you want to use. So that's why I recommend Song AI Form for your workflow, for help with your lyrics, giving you just some ideas, some raw lyrics that you can work with and just look at and then modify or use however you see fit to give you visual song titles, things like that. So definitely Song AI Form. Shout out to them. Now, back over here. So we're going to go ahead and create now. And I have some credits left. I'm going to generate the song. So Controlla Voice isn't my main platform for generating music, so I'm not really bothered by not being on the unlimited plan. I have different tools that I use. I use obviously Studio, there's Suno, there's OpenBeat, there's Sampler. I don't think you should be limited to any platform. That's just my personal opinion. I have different tools for different workflows. And if things change, terms change, nothing should stop your business if things change with any platform. You should always be able to have something to continue your workflow. But you see here, it's generating. It's going to take some time. So I'm going to go ahead and let it do its thing. And then we'll tap back in with it and see how it sounds. All right, fans. So let's listen to how the first one came out with its top on.
On my boots, still the same old stain. Remembering this porch swing, the summer sun and rain. Mama's prayers in the kitchen, cinnamon pie and stew. Little me with big dreams, didn't know what I'd get through. Felt the weight of the world heavy on your shoulders. Folks said he'll never make it, growing colder and colder. Worked the fields till my hands bled, night shift at the mill. Every dollar saved just to climb that uphill. But every step I stumbled, every time I fell down, it was a hand reaching out in this forgotten town. Yeah, this life's a hard road, paved with grit and soul, and it all comes back around. Yeah, it's a full circle.
Nah, that country song went kind of crazy right there. I like that. Full circle. Let's listen to a little bit of how this sound, and then what I actually want to demonstrate for you is actually doing the swap so you can see how much it costs in the credits. And I do recommend the mid plan, not the basic plan, if you're going to go with Controlla, just to give you some flexibility if you want to actually generate songs and then do the swap of the vocals and do the studio vocals. So let's go.
Red clay dust on my boots, still the same old stain. Remembering this porch swing, the summer sun and rain. Mama's prayers in the kitchen, cinnamon pine and stew. Little me with big dreams didn't know what I'd get through. Felt the
So I'm not gonna make y'all listen to all that, but both of them sound pretty good in my opinion. And just like the other tools out there, they do give you 2 generations for about 100 credits. So that's just something to take into consideration. Now, if we head over to the swap voice function, right? So the studio model, and I'll do a dedicated video on how I actually did the studio model and the voice clone. Is the voice clone. But right now, what I want to do is I just want to swap the voice from what we have here. So just give me 1 second. So I went ahead and uploaded the actual video, or the audio rather, you can see right here. I downloaded it, now it's uploaded, and it shows you the uploaded audio type, if full song with music or the vocals only. So it's the full song with music. And then I'm gonna keep everything at 0. Don't want to really change the pitch. And of course, they have advanced settings right here for pitch accuracy, volume dynamics, accent preference, target accent, enhance. How do you pronounce that word? Consonants. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. That's my bad. You can remove the reverb. You can isolate the lead vocal and remove noise for the full song. You can see everything is already there for full song. Pretty much these already checked off. So we'll match endpoint, we'll exact endpoint. Just for this example here, we'll just leave everything saved. And then when we go to swap voices, right? So there's my voice right there. We can go and pick my voice because it's the studio model. And I already trained the studio model. And another video, I'll probably show you the instant clone. The studio model is what I use to train, what I'll use to swap the voices. So we'll go ahead, and it's going to cost me 227 credits. It's not bad. 10,000 credits is enough for me if I want to just swap vocals. Now, if you generate music and swapping, well, then that's different. Or if you're just using this to generate music, because I think the music quality is pretty good with the music. But we're going to go ahead and convert, and they're always pretty much promoting, hey, you want to upgrade to unlimited. But my thing about this is, if you're not going to be using this on a consistent basis, it doesn't make sense to upgrade to the unlimited plan unless this is going to be something that you're going to be personally using, whether it's in your business or something you personally just going to be using for yourself, that you're not going to mind spending $30 to do this unlimited. But for right now, that isn't where I'm at with this. Even though I do like the quality of the music here, I just have a lot of other tools. I have a studio, I have Sono, I have other tools. But I like this for what it does, and that's why I keep it. The voice, being able to swap vocals, being able to generate songs. And once again, I don't have to depend on other platforms to do things. So we'll let that generate, and we'll see how everything sounded once it's complete. So I want you to hear how my actual vocals sound, the swapped out vocals.
clay dust on my boots, still the same old stain. Remembering this porch swing, the summer sun and rain. Mama's prayers in the kitchen, center pie still. Little me with big dreams, didn't know what I'd get through. Felt the weight of the world.
So that's how my vocals sound now. Here's how the song sounds.
Red clay dust on my boots, still the same old stain. Remembering this porch swing, the summer sun and rain. Mama's prayers in the kitchen, Santa pie still. Little me with fake things, didn't know what I'd get through. Felt the weight of the world heavy on your shoulders. Book said he'll never make it, growing colder and colder.
So when you strip it down to the raw vocals, you can really tell that there's artifacts and imperfections. But when you have it layered over the instrumental does a good job of kind of hiding those little deficiencies. So that's what I appreciate about Controller. You can still tell it's not perfect, it's not the best, but honestly, for something that's able to take my regular voice and I cannot sing at all and make it sing like a country song like that and that styling, that's truly amazing to me. That's why I appreciate tools like Controller that really allow you to personalize your AI music. Like you can say, hey, I want my voice on this song, or I want this person's voice on this song. You know, as long as you have people permission, of course, you can use this and really make songs personally for you, make songs personally for other people, make songs where people are like literally singing songs for their loved ones for other people. I mean, this is a great tool in my opinion. But it's about 20 minutes into the video, and I just wanted to just show you a little bit about Controller. I'll definitely be covering Controller a little bit more. I'm tapped in with them with the sub. I think I'm gonna keep them around. I appreciate being able to swap my vocals here with any music. I just showed you the music here on the platform that you could do it with, but you could upload any song as long as it has clear vocals and swap out the vocals for your voice. And probably in the next video, I'll show you the training with the voice model and the instant voice clone. But right now, I think I'm gonna end the video right here. It's been about over 20 minutes. I'm trying to do my best to keep these videos short. I'm paying attention to analytics and seeing people are not watching these longer form videos. So I'm gonna end the video right here. Look out for more Controller content in the future. This is Brian, the Introverted Marketer, and it ain't hard to tell. It's simple. I'm gonna catch you on the next video, family. Peace.
It ain't hard to